What's up, Wrestle Scope family? And hold on, before you go anywhere, before you even think about scrolling past this video, I need you to hear what I'm about to say, because what went down on SmackDown this week, it's going to have everyone talking, arguing, and picking sides for months to come. Bianca Belair, the EST of WWE, the woman who built her legacy brick by brick, braid by braid, just returned to SmackDown and she didn't come back for hugs and handshakes. Oh no, she came back with a message, a brutal, no-holds-barred, career-defining message aimed straight at the heart of Jade Cargill. And here's where it gets controversial. Did Bianca just expose the biggest problem in WWE's women's division? Did she just call out what we've all been thinking, but nobody's had the guts to say? Stick around because I'm going to break down everything. And trust me, you're going to want to comment your thoughts on this one. Hello viewers, if you're new here, please don't forget to like and hit the subscribe button for daily updates on WWE Raw. Let me paint you a picture of what's been happening in WWE's women's division over the past few months, because context is everything here, and what happened on SmackDown doesn't exist in a vacuum. Jade Cargill burst onto the WWE scene like a supernova, and let's be real, WWE gave her the red carpet treatment from day one. Former AEW star, athletic freak of nature, built like a superhero and marketed as the next big thing in women's wrestling. They pushed her to the moon, gave her wins over established stars, and positioned her as this unstoppable force. Meanwhile, Bianca Belair, she's been out recovering from an injury, watching from the sidelines as the woman who's been in WWE for a fraction of the time she has been getting opportunity after opportunity. Bianca's been grinding in WWE since NXT, paying her dues, main eventing WrestleMania twice, carrying the women's division on her back when they needed her most. And here's what no one is talking about. While Jade was getting these golden opportunities, Bianca was probably sitting at home, rehabbing her injury, watching SmackDown every single week, and seeing her spot being filled by someone who hasn't earned it the way she has. Now, I already know some of you in the comments are going to say, but Jade is talented, she deserves her spot. And look, I'm not here to discredit Jade's athleticism or her potential, but let's have an honest conversation. Has Jade Cargill proven herself in WWE the way Bianca Belair has? Has she carried storylines? Has she delivered in the biggest moments? Or has she been handed everything on a silver platter? Drop your thoughts in the comments right now, because this is going to get spicy. So, let's talk about SmackDown. The arena is packed, the energy is electric, and then boom, Bianca Belair's music hits. The crowd erupts, people are on their feet, the EST is back, and you can feel the electricity surging through that building. Bianca walks out with that confidence, that swagger, that aura that only true superstars possess. She's got her signature braid over her shoulder, she's looking focused, determined, and you can see it in her eyes, she's not here to play games. She grabs a microphone and the crowd is chanting, EST, EST, EST. But Bianca doesn't smile, she doesn't wave, she doesn't do her usual fired-up routine. Instead, she stands in the center of that ring, waits for the crowd to quiet down, and then, Jade Cargill. Just those two words and the entire arena loses it. The camera cuts to backstage where you can see Jade watching on a monitor and you can see her expression change. The confidence wavers for just a second because she knows what's coming. Bianca continues, "For months, I've been sitting at home, recovering, getting my body right, getting my mind right. And you know what I've been doing? I've been watching you. I've been watching you walk around here like you own this place, like you built this division, like you're the one who main evented WrestleMania, like you're the one who elevated the women's championship to new heights." The crowd is roaring now. Half of them are cheering Bianca on, the other half are shocked at how direct she's being. But let me remind you of something, Jade. Let me remind everyone of something. This division, this SmackDown women's division, was built on the backs of women like me, women who showed up every single week, women who worked house shows, worked live events, worked dark matches, worked our way up from developmental. And here's where it gets intense, family. Bianca is cutting a promo that feels real. This doesn't feel scripted, this feels personal. And whether it's a work or there's some shoot elements to this, it's captivating television. You came from another company, and that's fine, but you didn't walk into WWE and earn your spot. You were given it. So here's what's gonna happen, Jade. I'm back now, and I'm not asking for my spot back. I'm not asking for opportunities. I'm taking what's mine. And if you have a problem with that, then I challenge you. Boom, there it is. The challenge has been issued. The gauntlet has been thrown down. But wait, because Jade Cargill doesn't just sit backstage and take this. Oh no,
Within moments, Jade storms out from the back. No music, no entrance, just pure aggression. She's marching down that ramp with purpose, and you can see in her body language, she's offended, she's angry, and she's about to respond. Jade slides into the ring, and these two powerhouses, these two athletes, are now standing face to face in the center of the ring. The tension is thick. You could cut it with a knife. The crowd is going absolutely insane with fight, fight, fight chants echoing throughout the arena. Jade snatches the microphone. You want to challenge me? Bianca, you must have bumped your head during that time off. You think just because you've been here longer that you're better than me, that you deserve more than me. And this is where Jade makes a point that's going to divide the fan base even more. I didn't ask to be put on a pedestal, Bianca. WWE saw what I brought to the table, and they chose to push me. They saw the star power. They saw the ratings I bring. They saw the social media numbers that go up every time my face is on screen. So don't stand there and act like I didn't earn anything. Okay, now let's pause here for a second, Wrestle Scope family, because Jade actually makes a valid point, and this is what's going to make this storyline incredible. Both women have legitimate arguments. Bianca's argument, she's been loyal to WWE, paid her dues, worked her way up, earned her spot through years of hard work and consistency. Jade's argument, she's a star, she brings attention, she brings eyes to the product, and WWE recognized that and capitalized on it. That's not her fault, that's smart business. So, who's right here? That's what you need to tell me in the comments. Are you Team Bianca or Team Jade? Because I guarantee you the WWE universe is split right down the middle on this one. Back to the action. Bianca steps even closer to Jade, and now they're nose to nose, two of the most physically impressive women in WWE history, standing toe to toe, neither one backing down. Bianca, with ice in her voice, then prove it. You want to say you're the star, you want to say you're the one who moves the needle, then step in this ring with me and prove it. Because I'm the EST of WWE, the strongest, the fastest, the toughest, and there's only one way you're going to take that from me, and that's by beating me. The crowd is unglued at this point. This is the confrontation we've been waiting for. This is the dream match that people have been fantasy booking since Jade signed with WWE. And then, just when you think these two are about to throw hands right then and there, WWE officials flood the ring. Referees, producers, backstage personnel, everyone's trying to separate these two before this turns into an all-out brawl. But here's the brilliant part of this segment. As they're being separated, Jade manages to grab the microphone one more time and says, you want me, you've got me, but I'm going to do more than just beat you, Bianca. I'm going to end the EST era once and for all. Boom, mic drop. Jade throws down the microphone and exits the ring, leaving Bianca standing there, braid in hand, with that look in her eyes that says, oh, you just made a big mistake. Alright, Wrestle Scope family, now that we've covered what happened, let's break down what this means for WWE, for SmackDown, and for the women's division as a whole. First, the storyline implications. This is exactly the shot in the arm that SmackDown's women's division needed. For months, and let's be honest here, the women's division on SmackDown has felt a bit directionless. We've had some good matches, sure, but there hasn't been that compelling story that makes you need to tune in every single week. Bianca versus Jade gives us that story. It gives us stakes, it gives us emotion, it gives us two legitimate stars on a collision course, and both of them have something to prove. For Bianca, this is about reclaiming her spot at the top. This is about proving that loyalty, consistency, and hard work still matter in WWE. This is about showing that you can't just walk into WWE with hype and reputation and expect to be handed the keys to the kingdom without earning it first. For Jade, this is about validation. This is about proving that she belongs on this level, that she's not just a social media star or an athletic specimen who looks good in promotional photos. This is her chance to prove that she can go in the ring with one of the best in the business and beat her at her own game. Second, the meta-narrative. Now here's where this gets really interesting, and I want you to pay attention, because this is the layer that most people are going to miss. This storyline is tapping into real conversations happening in the wrestling community right now. Conversations about who deserves pushes, conversations about ex-AEW talent coming to WWE and immediately getting opportunities, conversations about wrestlers who paid their dues versus wrestlers who are brought in as instant stars. WWE is smart for this. They're taking real-world discourse from wrestling fans on social media, from YouTube comments, from Reddit threads, and they're weaving it into their storytelling. This makes it feel authentic, it makes it feel real, and that's what gets people invested. Some of you right now are thinking, well, this is all just a ruck, it's all scripted. And you're right, of course it's scripted. But the best wrestling storylines are the ones that blur the lines between work and reality, the ones that make you feel something real, even if you know it's entertainment. Let's talk about the actual in-ring potential of Bianca versus Jade, because this is where opinions are going to vary wildly. On paper, this should be incredible. Bianca Belair is one of the most complete wrestlers in WWE today. She can do it all. She's athletic, she's strong, she can work technical, she can work power, she can tell a story in the ring, she can connect with the crowd. She's a proven star. Jade Cargill is still developing, but she has incredible upside. She's got the look, the presence, the athletic ability. She's been improving with every match, and working with someone like Bianca could bring out the best in her. But, and this is where I need you to sound off in the comments, is Jade ready for this moment? Is she ready to carry a main event feud with Bianca Belair? Is she ready for the pressure of potentially headlining a premium live event? Is she ready for the 15 to 20 minute matches that this feud is going to demand? Some of you are going to say, yes, absolutely. Give her the opportunity and let her rise to the occasion.
Others are going to say, no, she needs more time, more development, more reps before she's put in this position. And that's the genius of this storyline. It's making us have these conversations. It's making us care. It's making us tune in every week to see how this develops. So, where does WWE go from here? How do they book this match? When does it happen? And who wins? If I'm booking this, and obviously I'm just a fan with a YouTube channel, but let me fantasy book for a second, here's how I do it. You don't give us this match immediately. You build to it. You have Bianca and Jade cross paths over the next few weeks. Maybe they're in tag matches on opposite sides. Maybe they cause each other opportunities. Maybe we get some pull-apart brawls backstage. You build the heat. You build the anticipation. Then you announce Bianca versus Jade for the next premium live event. Let's say Backlash or whatever's coming up next. You give it time to build. You put out video packages. You have both women cutting promos explaining why they are going to win and why they are the true face of SmackDown's women's division. How's for who wins? This is tricky. Both women need the win, but for different reasons. If Bianca wins, it validates her return, it validates her status as the EST, and it proves that experience and hard work triumphed over hype and potential. It's the feel-good story that WWE fans love. If Jade wins, it establishes